Okay, so I did it with Icarus, but we kind of messed up a little bit. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Hope you're doing well. Right now, you already know what song we're listening to. You already know what we're doing, but I don't at this moment. We are going to pick up the Strawberry Bricks Guide to Progressive Rock, which has a lot of different bands. Like if I just I'm not looking. If I just hold it open, you guys can probably see like it's showing a band, it shows an album, it's divided by year and such. And so we're just gonna flip through, stop my finger on a certain place. This won't be it, but like for example, I'll stop here. Well, this isn't anything, this is just a random paragraph. It does say Sandy Denny, Legion Leaf, so we've already listened to that. But you get the idea, So you tell me when to stop. Can you imagine if this was live? Let's stop right here. Whatever band is like in this area right here, that's what we're gonna listen to. It's gonna give us an album. We'll probably just try and take the first track off of it. So you guys already know what it is. I do not. It's Gong, and the album is Espresso 2. So let me pull up Gong. We're gonna pull up the album Espresso 2. I got it pulled up. I have it pulled up. Give me one moment. I'm just gonna put it into Google. We're gonna listen to the first track there, which is going to be Heavy Tune. Is the first track on the album. See how this works? See? Now, Gong, Express 2. I don't even think I've heard of this album from the band. I don't even know if this is anything familiar to me. Like, at least sometimes I recognize the name of an album, but this one doesn't sound at all to me. This is their 8th studio album, released under the name Gong, and the de facto second album by Pierre Moreland's Gong, which we've listened to some tracks from there. So that's what we're going to do. Heavy Tune is going to be the track we're listening to here off this album. Really quickly, before we do so, I'm going to see if anyone's suggested this album in the comments at all to see if I like to put out the names if we can. Let's see. I believe you have Terry's Quest, James Warner, Bert's UPG, AK. You've mentioned this one. Brumley Hall, Christopher Quinn, Kaz Gerald. Micro Cristal, and that's all that I see, at least initially. All right, let's go ahead and give it a listen. We'll talk about it a little bit after. Here we go. Is a heavy groove. Bells or a vibraphone. It's got the heavy step, I'll tell you that. Bounce. Glockenspiel. Fun little jam. Listen to that bass. done. Vibes coming back in. When it gets into this heavy groove right here, I really like this. And that bass is really nice. There you go. There's that heavy step. Just let him go. Let me give you the TLDR, the short and skinny of how I felt about the track, and then I'll give you like the explanations and stuff. I thought this was a really cool jam, but that it went on a little bit too long, and after a while I was a little bored. And especially with the Gong name, I'm wanting some of that whimsical. I'm wanting some of that silliness. I want the pothead pixies. You know, like I want that universe. And I know that Alan's not here in this one. This is Pierre Moreland's Gong technically. But, like, you know, I can't help but, like, you know, I kind of wish that, you know, some of that weirdness, some of that, those space whispers kind of crept in here a little bit. But, like, on the other hand, it's a fine, kind of to me, straightforward jam. Heavy tune. It's got that heavy funk. It has that heavy beat. The riff. Bum, 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 ba-dum. You know, like, that's a cool riff, but you know, it goes on a little bit. I did like the vibraphone, marimba, xylophone, whatever he's playing. That's Benoit Moreland. There, heard the tubular bells there in the beginning. I did like that solo. I like the different sound that it brings to the band. The guitar here on this particular track, it's Mick Taylor from Rolling Stones who's handling the lead guitar. But you do have Holdsworth on rhythm guitar in this track. And I thought the solo was nice. Here's what I'm really feeling about this track. Everything's played nice. Everything sounds good. I just wish that either one, it was a little shorter, just personally. I don't like too much soloing, depending on how the solos are handled. And then, or two, change it up a little bit more. Like, throw in a curveball, throw in something just to break it up a little bit. And I think that, at least for myself personally, it would have gone a little bit or a little bit better. But as it is, I think that this is a completely fine track, but I wish that there was a little bit more uniqueness. Maybe that's what I'm wanting out of this. It doesn't have to harken back to David Allen's Gong, fine. Forget the Pothead Pixies. Fine. Forget the Space Whispers and everything. Fine. But if we're going to do something, let's at least keep it interesting and keep it unique. This kind of just felt like anyone could have, not anyone, obviously, but like feels to me like such a straightforward jam that I almost feel like anyone within their sphere of technical abilities of progressive rock artists and such could have played something similar to this. It just doesn't have that certain, what do they say, je ne sais quoi, to it. So yeah, that's how I feel about it. Or can I even give you a third option? Or have someone sing. Because of the way the music is set up, especially that riff, like you could have had someone singing over it. If you're gonna have a riff that static, might as well put some lyrics or some singing to it. But that's just me. Otherwise, like I said, I felt like this track was completely okay. And here in our Strawberry Guide, with this album, it says, following the completion of the Gazoo sessions, Gong fractitiously fell apart. Moreland, however, found himself in New York, where he made the acquaintance of a young American bassist, Hansford Rowe. Returning to France, he gathered up his brother, Muriel Bauer, and a new talent, Francois Cos, on congas. The band, called Gong Espresso, played the May 77 Gong reunion shows, which led to the okay from Virgin Records for a new record. Hence this one. Let's see, the chunky riff and stiff backbeat of Heavy Tune kicks off the record, like we just heard, yielding to a solo from guest guitarist Mick Taylor. Let's see, it goes on from there describing the other tracks. Yeah, it's fine. It says it's another excellent album from Moreland that again emphasizes the rock in jazz rock. And I do see here on Wikipedia, the album as a whole, at least according to AllMusic, got a 4.5 stars out of 5, so which is really good. So, maybe there's more to this album than meets the first track. Do you want to find out together? Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you stopping on in. Come back tomorrow, and I'll see you all later. Bye, guys.